Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a couple of weeks since I've made a video and I want to apologize. I've been sick, my daughter was sick, so I nursed us back to health and now I'm doing better and I'm excited to make more videos. So this one, I have a quick update. I bought these ovulation predictor kits. I think I got like 50 of them for like 25 bucks on Amazon. I'm gonna start taking those. I took 2 of them, got really faint lines, so I'm gonna do like one every other day. Since I got a period in February and then in March, I figured now is the time to start seeing if I'm actually ovulating, and might as well do it just so I could tell my doctor. So if you want to see the picture, it's on my Instagram, and there's a question under there. If you are familiar with OPKs, maybe you could give me some tips, because I'm not 100% sure I'm even doing this right. So there's that. But the main focus for this video today is one I've been wanting to do, and it is things that you should and should not say to a person who is trying to conceive. Sorry, getting my notes ready. So I'm going to try and make this quick. The number one thing that you should not say, and let me actually just preface this by saying most of this is like me personally, but it applies to almost every other person suffering through infertility. These are things that I've actually researched online that are like the top things not to say, and I agree with all of them. I also would like to preface this by saying that we as a whole, we as women suffering through infertility, understand that you, the person who is the support, love us. We understand that you want to help us feel better and say whatever it is that you think will make us feel better. As a whole, most of what you say to make us feel better won't actually make us feel better, and this is why this video is being made, and it's more to make yourself feel better. So before you say something, just think, is this actually going to help that person? Know who you're talking to. Know the person that you are supporting that is suffering from infertility. Know that they love you and they trust you and they need you, and that's why they're talking to you about their infertility. And do not just bring infertility up to someone who is suffering or who you think may be suffering because they don't have kids yet. Wait till that person comes to you. So, to get started, number one thing, do not say this to anyone suffering through infertility. We are already hormonal and angry and upset. This is just going to make it worse. We will probably want to Hulk out on you. We might not do it because we love you, but we will want to. Do not tell me, just relax. You will get pregnant if you just relax. I have been relaxed. I have been super relaxed, especially since making these videos. And when someone tells me, well, just relax and it'll happen for you, I'm no longer relaxed. Now I'm upset. I've been trying everything possible to relax and keep my mind off it and all of this craziness, and work and focus on all of the things that will relax me. But then someone says, well, if you just relax, you'll get pregnant. And I think, I've been relaxed and I haven't gotten pregnant. Relaxing is not going to suddenly make me ovulate. Relaxing is not going to suddenly make another person's husband who's dealing with the same thing. It's not going to make his sperm count higher. It's not going to suddenly fix everything. Everyday stress is going to occur. That is not going to cause infertility. Yes, stress over extended periods of time, high stress and anxiety, yes, that can play into the fertility, but for the most part, when you tell us to just relax, we want to run away or smack you in the face. Just being honest here. And it's not because we don't love you, it's just because it's not helpful. So please don't say it. And I say that with love. I really do. The next thing, don't say, I get this one a lot, I've gotten it from my doctors, is you're too young to worry about infertility. Wait until you're in your 30s. Even 30s is young. Even in childbearing age, 30s is young. Telling me I'm too young to worry is like telling me that you don't care. Because I've been trying for 2.5 years, and that's a reason to worry despite how old or how young I am. Even a year, that is a reason to worry. The typical couple of childbearing age will conceive in 6 months to a year. And when that doesn't happen, there's a reason to worry despite my age. Another one is, I know what it's like. Unless you yourself are suffering through infertility or have suffered through extended infertility, you don't know what it's like. You might think you do if maybe you tried and got pregnant in 3 months, 6 months, even up to a year. But for me, unless you've tried for 2 years, well, 1.5 years or more, you don't really understand what it's like. You don't live in my life, in my brain. So please don't say it. Just say, I understand this is stressful. That's way better. Excuse me, more better. That's way better than saying, oh yeah, I know what it's like. I struggled to get pregnant, and then after 7 months I got pregnant. You know? Sometimes it can just kind of come off as condescending or hurtful. So try and avoid that one if you can. Unless you really do know. Unless you really have struggled. Then I'll totally get it. I'll be like, yeah, I know you struggled for a really long time. I'm struggling for a really long time. We're TTC sisters. You totally get it. That's the only time. Another one that's really bad to say is just adopt. You could just adopt a baby. Because that's not really a viable option for everyone. I know I can't just adopt. Not only are there things in like my personal life that I know would keep us from adopting, I don't have what is it, $35,000 or more dollars just like sitting around to adopt a baby. I don't have 3 years of time to really just pursue that. I want a baby now. I mean, I know obviously I'll have to wait regardless, but you know, adoption is a really long, really expensive process, and it's not viable for everyone. When you want to adopt, you are under a lot of scrutiny, and there are a lot of things maybe in people's pasts or whatever that could keep them from adopting. So if you tell me to just adopt, I'm going to tell you, are you going to pay for it? That's what I'm going to say. Do you have $35,000, sorry. Do you have $35,000 sitting around so that I can just adopt a baby? Unless you do, don't say it. Along the same lines as that one is, if you have children, the person you're speaking with is struggling to have children, don't tell them, oh, kids are a pain. You could just take mine. I'll gladly give them to you. That is hurtful and wrong on so many reasons, so many levels. Don't say it. You're going to make us angry. We're going to hulk out. And we're going to feel like you're very insensitive. I know that I could never, like, jokingly say to someone, Layla is such a pain. You can't have a baby? Take her. Because I love her. I don't want anybody else to have her. She's mine. And I know that if you're going to say that to me jokingly, that you don't really mean it. So please just don't say it. Because it's not joke. It's not funny. It's hurtful. Another thing, don't say, or should I say don't suggest, is the next fad in getting pregnant. Don't say, oh, my brother's sister, or my brother's girlfriend's cousin's friend got pregnant when she gave up gluten, and that's totally what helped her get pregnant. Or like, My cousin twice removed, she took all these vitamins. She took this vitamin, that vitamin, this vitamin, and the combination made her suddenly get pregnant. Because, A, that's probably not what really happened. It probably just happened to be timing and a coincidence. And B, I've researched just about everything I could to get pregnant. I've researched just about every vitamin and there are ups and downs, and I already take a bunch of vitamins, and that's the same with probably every woman out there suffering through infertility. We've researched it all. We've seen it all. We've probably tried almost all of it, if not all of it. And it's just, unless you're a doctor, don't give me suggestions. That's just how I feel. I feel like you're not a medical professional. I'm not a medical professional, and you could be telling me to do something that could actually make it worse, because there are vitamins out there that if you take them and you do wind up pregnant, they could hurt your baby. There's one that I know a lot of women talk about. It's primrose or something. I can't remember. But there's a certain vitamin that I've had a lot of people say, you should try this vitamin. But then I researched it, and it says, if you take this vitamin while you're pregnant, your chances of miscarriage are higher. So unless you really, like, you take pregnancy tests every single day before you take this vitamin, you couldn't know in the early stages that you were pregnant, and you could still be taking this vitamin, and it could do more harm than good. So unless you're a doctor, don't suggest a fad diet or vitamin or medication or anything. I'm talking with my doctor about it. These women are talking with their doctors about it. And we're talking with other women who have struggled. So we kind of already know. The last two things kind of go hand in hand. One of the worst things you can say is everything happens for a reason. Maybe it's just not your time to get pregnant. That seems really hurtful. I know if someone said that to me, and I've had a couple people say it to me, and I know that they're just trying to make me feel better, but it really doesn't. That makes me feel like, well, you don't believe in me as a parent, as a human, as a person who can do this. Because I know I'm ready. I know it's my time. I know what my life is, and you don't believe that. How much faith do you have in me if you think it's just not my time? Everybody's life has struggles. Financial struggles, medical struggles. If you wait for the right time to have a baby, you'll never have a baby. Because there's never going to be a perfect moment, a perfect right time where your finances are all straight and medical stuff is all straight and your job is perfect. Things happen, and if you wait, you'll spend your whole life not doing it. So I wouldn't have gotten my birth control implant taken out if I didn't think or know that I was ready, that my husband was ready, that my family was ready for me to have another baby. So when you say it's just not my time, how do you know? Along the same lines is that one that is me personally. I'm saying this about me personally and women like me. If you say to me that it's God's will and it's God's plan, I'm going to feel like you smacked me in the face. And that's just being 100% honest. If you are religious and you feel like that, that's fine. But if you say that to me, I feel like you don't really know me. Sorry, camera messed up. So, as I was saying, if you are supporting someone with infertility who does believe in God, who does have faith, by all means, encourage that. By all means, do whatever you can. Pray with them, read the Bible with them. Honestly, I'm a little bit clueless. But whatever it is that they need to hear about their faith, please encourage that. But if the person suffering from infertility does not have that faith, please don't tell them that God is going to make it better, because that does not help us. That may help you, but it does not help us. I've had quite a few people with only love and good intentions tell me that God is testing me and that it's His plan and that he will give me a baby when he feels that I'm ready. And to me, it just comes off like you don't really know who I am then, and you don't really care about my feelings, because telling me that some person I don't have belief in is dictating my life, now I feel even more out of control. You know, a lot of what is difficult about this journey is the lack of control that we have. And if you tell me that someone else has control and is just making a choice not to give me that, and it's someone I don't even believe in, it's hurtful. And I don't want to offend anybody when I say that. I really don't. That's not my intention. I'm just saying, for me personally, and if the person you are supporting has those same beliefs, maybe as an atheist or maybe not as into their religion, just kind of be aware of that. What it comes down to is knowing the person that you're talking to and understanding that most of the time, if they're talking to you about infertility, they don't even want you to say much. What they want you to do is listen and support them, and that's it. Just listen. The best thing you could do is be that shoulder for them to cry on. Be angry with them if they need it. Tell them that you love them and that you support them, and whatever you need or they need, you are there. And tell them that, you know, we will make it through this. The best thing you can tell me and women like me is that one day we will make it through this, whatever the outcome, and that you're there for me. So please just know that. You know, like I said, at the core, it's just being there and listening. It's the best thing to do. In any situation, really, but especially in infertility. So, that's kind of what I have for today. Sorry the video is so long, but I felt like a lot of this stuff was really, really important. My next video, I'm hoping to do some kind of book reviews. I'm reading a bunch of fertility books. I'm not reading them all the way through. I'm kind of getting a sense of them. Some of them I've read like almost all the way through. So, hopefully I'll have that for you next week. Fertility books that I enjoy. If there are any other videos that you want to see, any questions that you have, any suggestions, please comment down below. Let me know what you think of all of this. If there are any ideas that you have on things that people should and should not say while suffering through infertility, please let me know. Please put it down below, and maybe I can make another updated video of things I got wrong, or just more suggestions. Any feedback at all, I appreciate it. Check out my Instagram. I'm on there every single day. And there we go. And have a good one. Thanks, everybody. Bye.